I'm going to show you how you can maximize your character's potential with Black Clover Mobile's dupe system. But exactly what is the dupe system? So this is it right here. This is the dupe system in Black Clover Mobile, and basically all it is whenever you get any spare copies of a character or other materials, which I'll get onto in a little bit, you can get their dupe stone. And then you can go ahead and then you can feed these dupe stones into your characters to then enhance them and then give them better stats and also even more passives. So as you can see, we've had an increase in our power, defense, and HP stat. And then in total, you can put in a total of 5 dupes into any character in the game, and obviously each character will give you different stats depending on how many dupes you put in, and they will also have different enhanced passives. So here's the one for the regular base SR Aster that's in the game, and as you can see, these are all of his dupes that you can get right here, and once you get to the second dupe and the 5th dupe, you'll get some stuff for an extra passive. So at the very second dupe for Aster, he will be able to unlock his enhanced passive, which will give him an 8% increased HP recovery received, meaning he'll just get more healing that he'll receive from other healers. And then once you get it to level 5 or 5 stars, that will then enhance passive even further, increasing it from a total of 8% to 15%. But for some characters, that's not always the case, as for Mimosa here, her first enhanced passive is just a 10% damage reduction, but once you get her to 5 dupes, it also gives her an extra part of her passive, which basically says when attacking, she'll grant herself an extra special point. So just keep in mind that not all characters are going to be the same in terms of their passives, as well as you can see right here, Mimosa is going to get even more, I guess, passives. She's going to get another part of her passive, which is pretty insane. So yeah, just keep that in mind as well. So exactly what are the benefits of these dupes? Now, basically, as I mentioned before, you can get a bunch of different stats, and also the main big increase is for your CC or your power as well. That is mainly the big difference. As currently my SR Aster's power or CC, whatever you want to call it, is at 16,368. But if I were then to go ahead and give him my next set of dupes, which will give me his enhanced passive, I will then gain an extra 1,202 power. And this can make a pretty sizable difference, a pretty large difference in terms of how your characters are going to perform, especially considering some characters really do want their enhanced passives to make them shine. So stuff like this is going to really make your characters a lot stronger and a lot better. So then exactly how do you get these dupes? Well, the primary source where a lot of people, if not most people, are going to get all of their dupes for their characters is via summoning. As just like I mentioned before, whenever you get a duplicate of a character that you've already pulled before, they will then turn into like a shard or like a stone of that certain character, which you can then feed into your character to then give them a dupe, giving them that extra star, which will give them more stats, passives, and extra bonuses as well. But there are actually different kinds of dupe stones, as if we go ahead and come to the Mage's Path, which is the Magna thing or whatever, the Magna event that you can complete, you'll be able to see on the intermediate one, you can also see on the beginner one, but it's of a different rarity. This is for SR characters, but on the intermediate one, and then we'll also get more on the advanced one, you'll be able to see these SSR versatile mage pieces. Now these mage pieces are basically a universal, or as it says, a versatile version of any character's mage piece that you want, or dupe stone if you want to call it that as well, which then means these dupe stones, as you can see, I have an SR one for my Aster, can be fed into any character, giving them any dupe that you want, or whatever, a certain amount of stars depending on how many of these stones that you do have. Now these are obviously not as easy to get, but there are other ways that we'll be able to get them, especially from certain event shops as well that will come out eventually. It's from some like raid bosses and stuff where we'll be able to buy some of them, unless if they do change the shops from the KRon JP versions, but we'll have to wait and see for that. But these are so useful, because one of the biggest concerns about a lot of dupe systems in gacha games is, are they pay to win? And I think because of the existence of these universal or versatile dupe stones, I think it kind of removes some of the pay to win aspect. Of course, there's always going to be pay to win aspects to every dupe system in a gacha game, because that's what they're designed to be, that's how they're designed to work. But I think the fact that the game gives you an opportunity to actually be able to have maxed out dupe characters, I think is really fantastic. And one quick piece of advice, I would probably be saving as many of these things as you can, because as soon as season 2 drops out, the Summer Noelle is going to come out, and she's going to be one of the most broken characters for so long, as I believe it currently in like season 6 on the KRon JP version, and she's still one of the top tier DPS characters in the game. And so yeah, if you really want to properly maximize your whole account's potential, save these, and when the when Noelle does come out in season 2, which will be in like a couple of weeks time, you can then dupe her out as much as possible, get her passives, give her a bunch of CC, a bunch of stats that can really help you out so much and help you top the competition. So yeah, overall, I think this system can be pay to win, and I think especially right now it's going to be pay to win, as a lot of people won't have many of these dupes. But I think in the future, as we're given more and more as free-to-play players, I think it will somewhat balance itself out occasionally, because I think it's great that we do at least have a single opportunity to allow empower us as free-to-play players to be able to maximize certain characters and maximize their potential, giving us, I guess, all kinds of experiences that you can possibly have in the game. And then finally, I guess the final thing I'm going to cover is where can you also use them. So for example, if you've gone ahead, you've max duped a character, but you keep pulling them over and over and over again, but you don't know exactly what to do with their stones because they're just leftover dupe stones, well, let me show you. So if you go to the shop and then you go to the mage pieces section, you'll be able to see a load of things that you can buy with all of your spare mage pieces. So let's start off at the very bottom with the bond boxes. Now these are going to be probably bought by a lot of whales, to be fair, but they can also be used by you as the players as well. And basically you can go to this section here and then you can buy the gift boxes for certain roles. So we got defenders, healers, debuffers, attackers, supporters, and then also just shared ones as well, which can just be used on any role. And then we have the growth section, which is probably where a lot of your mage pieces, if not all of your mage pieces, are going to go, as there's a load of important things here that you can buy on a day-to-day basis, as one of them being if you can spend 4 rare dupes every day, and what you can do with these is you can buy up to a total of 320 stamina. And then you can do the same again with SR dupes as well, and then you can purchase up to 400 extra stamina with that every single day. And I'll be honest, the more you summon, especially because we're going to players will be summoning a lot, you'll get so many of these rare dupe stones, and considering rare characters are just practically useless in most scenarios, you're going to be able to buy this so often every single day. And honestly, when I was playing on the Karen JP version, I just couldn't be bothered to spend all of my rare crystals because I had so many. It was quite a hassle because I had so many. So make sure you buy all of these, and yeah, because you'll be able to get a load of stamina just for free pretty much. And then other ones which are going to be really popular are going to be the bond summon ticket times 10. You can basically buy a multi for free with every 20 SR dupes that you have on your account, and these are going to be really good. Make sure you always buy these as much as you can, but just try not to spend the ones of the SR characters that you might actually use. Like for example, I have 2 Finral dupes and 1 Soul dupe. I'm going to be making sure I keep those because these characters I might actually want to end up duping out because they might actually be pretty useful. And then finally, the SSR shared mage pieces. These are also going to be so handy and crucial because these are going to allow you to promote and rank up your SSR characters to UR and LR, so make sure you also buy these as well if you can. And then we also have a time limited section of the shop where you can spend your dupes as well, and basically this is where you're going to be able to buy all of the seasonal skill pages for your characters. So we have the Asta, Mimosa and Yami's ones so far because those are the current seasonal characters that are out, and they will cost 8 dupe pieces. So if you have enough of those, then you can spend them, but a lot of the time you probably don't need to. And then the final section, which is also a pretty useless section, the only thing that's kind of useful is this ticket right here, as with 6 spare dupes you can go ahead and buy a ticket where you can pull for any random character as well, which is also pretty handy. So there you have it. That is a whole complete guide of the dupe system in Black Clover Mobile. Let me know down in the comments whether it helped you or not, and also don't forget to like and subscribe as it's free and it helps a ton as I'm really trying to push this channel as much as possible. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.